Welcome, divine beings of the cosmos. Beautiful soul star magic. Ashe. Neptune and Aries. 2026. 2039. Yeah, we still standing. We still here. Come on. The reset. Golden wings with the golden heart. Soul star majesty, let your light shine. I'm staying true. I am living, it gets me giving rise to dead. Divine intervention. Those that need healing keep blowing over. Money to be on the reason. Archangels anchor the cosmic everywhere. Supersonic, ether tonic, hypnotic, harmonic, hype speed, so lift your all over my body. Feel the ecstasy, you know you want it. Now it's time to rise. The spirit in the cosmic light. Welcome, let's go. I see you. Elevate, come on. Take the space for us. So strong, majesty, let your light shine. Most high, mighty Liran, let it out. Strange, on the ground, like beautiful. Down, heaven on earth, so sorry on the ground. Let's go, let's go. The sky is the limit to the critics, I'm staying true. I am living, train up. Giving rise to. Y'all looking good. I'm excited for tonight. Neptune and Aries 2026 to 2039. The reset of identity, belief, and spiritual authority. A collective threshold. It's also many things. It's also a historical embodied truth. The body's a filter. Embodied truth is something you can't bullshit. It's innate. A lot of you carry that truth. You carry your testimony. Builders, signal keepers, and embodied witness of this turning age. If you are here, it is not by accident. You don't wander upstream. You don't wander here. This took devotion. Let me tell you real quick. I know you know. You didn't wander here. You didn't stumble across this. You arrived because you stayed conscious when it was easy to totally distance. And your integrity online while the fucking world was dissolving. You came a long way. You being here tells a whole fucking story. And if you can't recognize that, damn. A lot of you have, and the universe is actually recognizing. You've lived through the fog. You've moved through confusion, lost meaning in saturation. You watch institutions wobble, and identities blur. In reality feels so unreal. And instead of fucking disappearing into noise, you trained yourself to stand, to feel, to discern, and to remain embodied. Now that's what matters, because that's the whole fucking process. That took devotion, took love. And right now we are standing at a collective threshold. Not a metaphorical one, but a real ass one. Neptune is leaving the ocean. Neptune is leaving the ocean of Pisces and stepping into the raw ground of Aries. There's a reason why I said get my machete. Now it's making sense, guys. Oh my God, I'm about to have a moment. Bro, this is why I've been on this energy. We're on land now, dude. That's the grandparents' energy. Neptune is generational. Some of us are the elders coming out of this Piscean and stepping into raw ground of Aries. It means a lot. The dream is no longer floating. The vision is asking for a body, a form. This conversation is for those who are not stuck. They're not dormant. They're not waiting to be saved. This is for the ones who have taken their seats on their throne of their own nervous system. The ones who know how to hold signal without collapsing into noise. The ones who understand that sovereignty is not isolation, it is responsibility. Okay? You are not here to escape the world. You are here to participate in this new redesign, this new on a planetary level. Okay? This is why it was important for you to tarry all the things you've been through, and you fucking alchemated it. You carry coherence. That's more precious than you fucking think. Okay? Especially in this fucking holograph, because if you're not making waves, daddy, you're getting ran through. Alright? You getting ran. You could be here and not be here. It's about presence. It's about action aligned with truth. It's about bringing the wisdom that you have gathered in the fog into the fire of the lived experience. So please take a breath. Feel your body. Feel the ground under you. Notice where you are seated. Not just physically, but energetically. This is not the end of a story. Please listen. This is and you are not watching it happen. You are part of how it happens. Let's begin in spiritual authority. This is a collective threshold, a historical echo. Echo. These words, listen, echo. And a call to embodied truth, okay? These can just be words, or they can be embodied words. They can be all upon you and your technology and your alchemy. Let these words be in you. Let it resonate. Okay, because this ain't a personified situation. This is a universal situation. This is not about me, I promise you. It's not about you either. It's about center, Santa, zero, mama, the womb. Okay? A lot of us have tarried there, and we carry that embodied truth. That doesn't mean we're perfect, but it's because it means that you had a heart. That's why you endured. Okay? So we need to embody truth. You carry that embodied truth. It's not even so much what you say. You carry a fucking light. You carry the lived embodied. This is the difference. People try to wear your cloak. You can't. Maybe they didn't. That happened to a lot of us. Stole your inheritance, destiny, and you got it back. But anyways, this is the ingress intro. Okay. On January 26, 2026, Neptune is crossed from Pisces into Aries. This is not just a sign change. This is structural reset of the collective operating fucking system. This is why it was important for you to gone through what the fuck you gone through to be here today, because you're a node. I'm getting ahead of myself, but planetary structure, all the fucking, now it's making sense. Okay? This is structural reset of the collective operating system. Okay, they're getting the new iOS 2. Okay, they're updating. The world is moving from a state of disillusion, dreamy. Oh, these are two different types of fucking beings. Okay? They have different ecosystems. So we running it up. I'm telling you, all underworld. Okay? This ain't about a belief. Neptune governs invisible frameworks that shape human reality, the meaning, or even the belief. Yes, Neptune governs imagination. I can go in right now. The stories we tell ourselves and the ideals we project onto life. We had to learn to swim through that. Piscean. Some of you are royal monarchs, so you put on a lot of energy that was generational. This is a generational planet. And time ain't two-dimensional, motherfucker. It's vibrational. So if you're here, you went through the vibration. Or you would fucking leave by now because of fucking dissonance is a bitch. It's just integrity and having the atomic structure to endure. But we had to go from this disillusion. A lot of you are ahead of the game. Again, Neptune governs the invisible frameworks that shape humanity's reality, their belief and their meaning, and the imaginations, the stories they tell themselves, the ideas they actually project onto their life. And when Neptune changes its signs in entire civilizations, ready? This is an entire civilization's psyche operating system begins to dissolve and reform. Exciting times. This is definitely exciting times. Thank you for being here, Anchor. Solid node. Let's go. You can feel it. Anyway, so this makes a lot of sense because a lot of you carry ancient and future civilizations and you're bringing it into the now. You're bringing it into the now. A lot of you are ahead of the game, baby. Beginning, right before and then Virgo is the end of the and it goes to the underworld and it recycles. That's the in-breath and out-breath. That's the time continuum. We have mastered that. So if you're here, you're a fucking big motherfucking stepper who's ahead of the game. So anyways, I'm getting excited. Focus. So entire civilizations are going to have to meet this psychic operating system. This ain't a good or bad thing. It's going to be a reform, a reset, and things are going to dissolve naturally. And what makes this ingress extraordinary is where it happens. Pisces is the final sign, endings, surrender, and the return to the collective ocean. Damn, just fuck. Aries is the first, like I said, birth, instincts, action, and selfhood. Okay? I feel like this is more of a planetary, cosmic identity, non-local, your birthright, soul, retrieval. Neptune crosses the seam. Evolution. A birth, a moment of humanity to collectively change their identity. So, at 0, Aries, Neptune begins a 165-year cycle, buddy. Might say you could feel it. You're gonna be taking off. We're coming out of Pisces, dude. Neptune and Pisces are like, that's the best placement. So we had a lot of disillusion, bro. We had a lot of things. I mean, we mastered it, don't get it wrong. There's a beauty in that, and we understand the spectrum, thank God. But now we're in a whole different spectrum, okay? This one we waited for, like, motherfucker, okay? So listen, 165-year cycle. This is the cosmic reset button. When I say cosmic, I mean non-local. Raw consciousness emerged from the ocean. Like an erection, like a volcano, like a mighty dragon. Listen, but raw primordial consciousness is emerging from the ocean and says, I am here, bitch. Boundaries that once were blurred by Piscean disillusion now need form. Guess who's in form? It's Aquarius season. Networked state is prepared. Our star commander archetypes. People who act, who lead, and who can distribute intelligence are being supported by Neptune to move from this passive observation to action initiation. I've been waiting motherfucking lifetimes for this. You have no fuck idea. I'm never going to chill. Things on ice chill, they're void of life. Never chill. Activate your soul star. Get erected. Come on, we got shit we gotta do, Star Commander. You already know. Neptune to move from his... The planetary alignment is fueled by that somatic presence. That's why it's important for you to be in that somatic presence, okay? Quantum technician, a transpersonal archetype relocates from a boundless field state into an individual initiation node at the 0 point of the zodiac. Simple terms, the world is moving from floating in confusion into, okay, who am I? And what do I do now? So what Neptune actually controls, why this planet shapes civilizations and not just spirituality. Dreamwalker says, it's what I was born to do. Come on, that's that energy. Okay, so Neptune is often misunderstood as soft or gentle, but in reality, it is one of the most operating beneath the ordinary perception. It influenced the invisible collective architecture of meaning, how societies interpret reality, constructs morality, and define spiritual purpose. Neptune governs belief systems, spirituality and religion, ideals, moral narratives, and mythology, illusion, fantasy, politics, and perception of truth. This is all shifting, okay? When Neptune shifts, certainty dissolves first. Only later do civilizations realize the ground beneath their shared stories have moved. And that's literally what's happening. We got 11 in the room. Oh, we lit. Oh, we fucking lit. Can I get some likes? Can I get a purple heart if you with me? At work, Neptune supports the collective mind by energizing nodes of awareness. Do you hear me? Hold on. Do you hear me? Magician, the magnetism isn't just it's science, bro. You stayed centered. That's you. And what's been given to you by the universe, man can't take it away. It's just not, Daddy Trump ain't gonna give it to you. That's not what that is. Don't be a fool. That's MK Ultra. This is something that's non-local. Aquarius is the network. Do you have the recipient? Do you have the nerve? Or do you have the nerve endings? Do you have the nerve? The nervous system, the planetary terrain, to be able to receive to that degree. This is what Aquarius network and Neptune support the collective mind by energizing nodes of awareness. It's connecting this intuitive leaders, you, and it's aligning distributed knowledge streams. This amplifies the ability to see where the illusions, the projections, and the misaligned beliefs exist. It's allowing cymatic actors in the network to initiate strategic embodiment of the new archetypical structure. You understand? What does this mean? Quantum technicians, Neptune modulates the collective meaning field by dissolving rigid cognitive framework and re-encoding symbolic reality. Simple terms for people like me, Neptune of disillusion, son of a bitch, empathy and escapism. A lot of escapism, a lot of empathy, a lot of disillusionment, a lot of things. Listen, from 2011 to 2026, Neptune now moves its home sign, by the way, amplifying the Piscean qualities to their very extremes. Like if you're here, you've been on both poles of Pisces. Damn. Generational, you didn't listen. Some of you carry the generational shit. You're the royal monarch. You would not be here. If you weren't, you would have been disturbed. And you felt the amplification of Piscean qualities in their extremes. You are something of a fucking master, Jedi master, star commander. She said that shit was crazy. It was. Haha. I did a video. Was Earth to Pisces for real? So I think the word is connective. So it transits dissolved structures everywhere. This is what we had to go through. This is what started your whole shebang. Countries blended through globalizations. Work and home life merged. Damn. Online and offline existence blurred. Personal and collective identity became fluid. Damn. Truth became narrative based. This is what we had to live through, bro. And we did it well. Son of a bitch. That era. Hello. Some of you were crazy like me. You went from, you got a big ass spectrum. You went from the most low to the most high. Come to find out, that's called development. That's called Earth School and learning yourself. There's no good or bad. You're not biofracted. You're all of it. You just didn't lose yourself. Anyways, let's go. Listen. We just came out of disorientation and boundless. Came out of confusion. People felt more connected more lost in the fog, and Neptune and Pisces magnified what? People who are looking for escapism. Must be getting pissed and outsource moral authority. A lot of us were ahead of our time. A lot of digital addiction, substance and dependency, fantasy, identities, spiritual bypassing, idolizing leaders, celebrities, or even movements. Now, by the time Neptune reached 29 Pisces in the final degree, the collective felt the last couple of days, this is what the turbulence was. This is what the turbulence was. Shifting. Okay, exhausted, foggy, and unmotivated. It could have been, dude, for me, it was a couple weeks. Not a couple weeks, I'm dramatic. Maybe like motivated. This is the liminal threshold before a new cycle begins. Hello? Generational. Generational. Yeah. Yeah. You're the young L. Work this period, prepare for the collective for distributed intelligence and cymatic activations. You can feel it. Cymatic. By first showing us the limitation of passive and over-globalized systems. Now with Neptune moving into Aries, the same network nodes will begin taking initiative, claiming agencies and embodying new structures. Hashizzle. Quantum technician, listen. That's you that's emerging. Hello? For years, everything felt blurry, emotional, confusing, because the old world was ending. Okay? Listen to me. This is now where it gets juicy. This is where it gets juicy. Can I get a purple heart if people still listening? In Aries, this is what we're getting into. This is where the dream gains will. Some of us got the will, the gift of the gods. We also got the fire of Prometheus. Okay? 2026 to 2039, Neptune in Aries. Let's fucking go. The dream gains will. Some of you got divine will. Right when you how do I say this? Blow the golden trumpet. Okay? When Sif. Yes, people love and hate. They think they want a directive until it demands even the smallest amount of will. It's embarrassing. These ships, these arcs. Hello? Star Commander. The era asks, what do you fucking stand for? What are you willing to act on? Which ideals are strong enough to live, not just post? A lot of you been already up on doing all this, but some of you are ahead of the curve. Let this be a fucking confirmation for that ass. Okay? Just receive. Okay? The archetype of this era is the spiritual warrior. A lot of you are already here, but you're going to be recognized. Okay? Because the collective is going through that. Okay? Not a fighter in a traditional sense, but someone who has reclaimed their own authority over their own life. Spiritually becomes active, lived, imperfect, perfect, and right above the threshold of the underworld. Bang! When the first spark hits. When the bust happens, the bang happens. Then length is measured by till it hits the 0, which is Virgo. So whatever we're gonna see. Listen, hold on. The collective is called to take the ideals of the Piscean ocean and give them form in the Aries fire of the self. A lot of you are already on this. Vision without action dissolves. Stepper shit. We got 11 in this room. I'm feeling touched by an angel vibes right now. Let's fucking go. Okay? The collective is called to take these ideas. A big rich. You're ahead of your fucking time. You understand? You trailblazed. Hummer. You carry the story. Young God, young elder. codes in your atomic structure, etheric structure. You're over here balanced in many realms, okay? They have to create this identity. They're going to be forced. Not really forced, but it's going to, it's a time and space drag. It's going to be more of a drag. People can drag their development. It's not nor good or bad, but it's a drag. It's a weight. They need to let go and redevelop. A lot of us already are, buddy. Son of a bitch. That's why you're a node. You know what a fucking node is? That's secure, erected, climbed up the mountain, came out the ocean. You were in a cesspool and you created your own whole fucking coherent point, conception, light of conception. Come on, you carry your own. You had to climb up Mount Meru and you bang, 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 bang. So 11 is not in the system anymore. 11 is non-local. This is a whole. This is more network and nervous system, non-local beings, seeing if you can hold coherence, structure enough for the next. Ships, I don't give a fuck. Your mental body, your emotional body. That's all fucking. But the concept is, you know, you're that node. You're that Mount Meru. You climbed up your vortex, your spine, got to the highest node like the star on the tree, and now you're starting to ripple. You're starting to make a whole ecosystem of your own, rippling out. People can get hit by the wave. You've already developed. You already got these ships. A lot of people already have, dude. Not really, but the ones that do are fucking primordial beings, bro. They're gonna lead the currents, tides like oceanic, but with structure. It's not some disillusional Piscean dream. This is gonna be form. I'm gonna host fucking Rave for Love tours. It's gonna happen so fluently. It's not gonna be some type of thing that's stuck in the mental. It's beautiful for anybody. There's no polite. I don't give a fuck. It's beautiful. Because it's in a persona situation. This is, you know. A lot of you stayed centered in a time-space continuum and you held your structure. You held your Mount Meru. You held your own cymatic rhythm. Now the ecosystem is meeting you where you're at, unicorn. You pierce the veil, the electric magnetic field, the gate, and you punching it. You broke out the box, Jack. Keep fucking going. Keep fucking throbbing, soul throb. Okay, now I'm getting off task, but I'm not. You are embodied alchemist, embodied philosopher. Now it's being practiced on a planetary scale. It has no choice but to refrackle out. The collective is called to take the ideals of this Piscean ocean and give them form. You've been doing this. A lot of you been putting into practice. The sun, this is, what is it? The age that we're in, okay? So it's just good to know this. In Aquarius season, network Neptune and Aries supported this distribution. Cymatic quantum technicians, transpersonal meaning, structure integrate with agency-driven identities, formation, and embodied decision loops. In simple terms, it's no longer enough to believe things. You have to live them. This is a historical echo that we have seen. Why the Civil War keeps showing up during this time. The last time Neptune was in Aries was the period of 1861. The last time Neptune was in Aries was 1861 through 1875. This coincided with the American Civil War. This is the era. And it was designed by moral absolutism, identity conflict, sovereignty disputes, hero/villain narratives, sacrifice for belief. Astrology does not predict repetitions. It reveals patterns of the collective pressure. Neptune in Aries is activating moments when belief must take action, when neutrality collapses, and when shadow projects. And ideas are the tools that allow the collective to navigate this pressure without repeating historical mistakes. Okay, guys, forgive me for that part. Kiss my... No, I'm just kidding. We got to learn from history anyways. Quantum technique in waters. We are the thing that's coming out the water. You're the primordial being, bro. You are that big stepper. You're emerging into this cosmic identity, beginning of the equator of life itself. The off spark that, you know, people can talk about shit, but Aries is that quick spark. Bang. Oh, you ever be with somebody, he just moved. He is about it. Bang. Oh, we didn't even got it. That's why people love and hate Virgo. Is tempered light before the underworld. So listen, quantum technicians' collective belief is polarized initiational cycles under this Neptunian idealism pressure. A lot of people got to recreate themselves, bro, because they're having they're coming back to things can get intense fast. From globalization to sovereignty. You hear me? From hey, I'm on my own starts feeling empowering. Why collective dreams are shifting. People gonna fall in love with you because you're true to you. You're true. You're unique. You're going from a centralization system to a local autonomy, from what is institutions to what is self-trust. Okay? Fuck the institution. You said I could do it in the spirit. You said I could do it. Fuck this corporation. This bullshit. That's sovereignty right there. Okay? Expect do-it-yourself culture, off-grid living. Expect local first. Listen, bro. You're going to see the weight different. You're going to see that the universe is supporting you. You're going to see how actually easy it is to bring it into form. You're going to see how clear it is now. You're going to see it like a child would, like Aries. It's pure chaos, bro. Aries is pure. Aries is the beginning of the Big Bang. This is where we make love. Bang, Mars. Ooh. It's right when daddy busts. Let there be light. That's Aries. I'm being real with you. It's that energy. It's primordial. It's you know? Pisces, where people were, it was crazy, dude. Literally crazy. Oh my God. From institutions to self-trust. Okay, so this is expect decentralizational tech and community networks. Expect reclaiming your personal, cultural, and your spiritual identity back. This isn't isolation. This is self-reliance. A lot of you are empowered. You're on your throne. An Aquarius network nodes you. Do you guys remember what a node is? Santa. You, node, act independently but remain aligned through field intelligence. To my quantum technicians, decentralization agency, false warriors and holy urgencies, and ego in disguise. Neptune always idealizes Aries, intense is ungrounded. The following patterns will emerge, okay? This is how you're going to see the shadow aspects. Okay, this is actually very deep. A lot of us are the shadow bandit, bro. We good to hear this. The shadow side of this era is misprojected power, distorted urgency, and illusionary heroism. You're going to be able to guide yourself. And it's going to be, just as dramatic as Pisces was. These are different nodal points. And when the drive, see confusion with intuition. You're going to see confusion, fear with destiny, spiritualization, and aggression. You're going to see idolizing leaders, idealisms, or movements. You're going to see sacrificing integrity for appearance of courage. It's been warned against idolatry. This is not about religion or religious. This is psychological and social. Confusion between action for alignment and action for ego. Trust me, I'm not separate from none of this. Got to be able to discern. A lot of you going to do it naturally. It ain't even about that, but I'm still going to tell you the fucking spectrum. You're whole, you're centered, you're Santa, you're good, okay? But the antidote is your somatic awareness. It's your personal boundaries, your own clarity, and the courage to act from embodied truth. Embodied truth. Embodied truth ain't metaphors. Embodied truth is lived. The network only functions when individuals reclaim their sovereignty while remaining inside coherent collective alignment. Quantum technicians, unchecked projections, loops, collapse, discernment, and externalization. Cosmic sky is a nerve ending. You know that's cranial nerve. It's a cosmic mind. Okay? As above, so below, and so is in your ass. Refrackled out. Okay? So not everything that feels urgent or powerful is actually right. So breathe. Saturn and Neptune at 0 Aries degrees. The blueprint moment. Oh my goodness. So on February 20th, 2026, Saturn meets Neptune at 0 Aries. A conjunction not seen at the degrees for nearly 2,000 years. 2,000 years. Doesn't that sound familiar? 2,000? 2K? This is a codex level reset. This is emerging. You want to talk about what's emerging for the Piscean waters? Erected you. Okay? Saturn equals form, responsibility, and discipline. Neptune represents vision. Responsibility fused with imagination. Visions that were anchored into embodiment. That's why your embodiment is everything, bro. You can embody the billionaire frequency, and all you own is the shirt on your back. Embodiment is everything. You don't need nothing outside of you to be activated, erected. Come on. Govern. This is the moment where alchemical theory decentralized governance in somatic alignments and distribute discernment in the somatic presence points. Do you hear me? Point of conception is people come around you and you F up their whole algorithm, bro. They have an exorcist in the best way. They have a reset. Their codex. Oh, you hit certain spots that help them blossom and expand to their fullness. Okay? It doesn't stay like that, but it's like a tuning fork, okay? Some of you have that embodiment, you have the codex. And it's being distributed. Okay, you are a lead initiation point. You guide, God guide, okay? You weather through that whole bitch, okay? The outer planet symphony. Why? This shift is bigger than Neptune alone. Neptune in Aries does not act in isolation. The shift is part of a multi-planet generational orchestration. Yes, it's that intelligent. Pluto in Aquarius 2024 to 2044. Pluto in Aquarius. Damn, a lot of Aquarius energy. So Pluto in Aquarius is redistributing power. It's dismantling all centralizations and enabling the network authority. Okay? Network, all networks, not just you're connected to the terrain. You're all networks. Anything that transfigures me kicking you in your foot to going to your brain, that's all network. And they're trying to freeze the network on all. Anyways, it's not about that. Welcome, Clarity K. I'm diving in. So when I say down no more, I think it's a different conversation. But so Pluto in Aquarius is distributing power. At the same time, it's dismantling organizations. And we're holding structure while this is literally happening, okay? And it's enabling the network authority, okay? That's a big deal. You can't have a network without your soul throb. If you're not on your throne and you're not echoing out your own cymatic, you understand? Like a tower, like a star on the tree. Don't expect to have a network. Don't expect it because you're living under yourself. Yeah, understand what this is. This ain't escapism. That was Neptune in Pisces. This ain't that. This is Neptune in form, bitch. This is Neptune in Aries. This is a whole different energy. This is generational. You understand? You're the elder of this new generation. A lot of us were born into generational funk. I can't even explain it. And it's not personal. It's universal. So let's move on. So that was just Pluto in Aquarius. That's a big deal. Pluto is not just a planet. It is a tribe. We've mastered the cycle. We are space travel. I'm a space traveler. I'm an architect. I'm telling you right now. Pluto in Aquarius. Neptune in Aries now. Okay, 2026 to 2039 awakens your individual and collective identity. Y'all been on your throne. Y'all been ahead of the time. Through this Piscean fucking illusion. A lot of you been staying on your throne. Keep acting like that's a little thing. You know, when people want to act like it's little things because they're a bitter bitch who hasn't had the embodiment structure. But I know people who been like myself. you included, like the Cinderella effect, when you definitely carry soul and you had form in a time where you had to be formless. A lot of you were ahead of your curve. I'll be going off. Uranus is in Gemini, 2025 to 2033. What does this matter? This is another generational planet. Revolutionize communication, technology, learning, and mobility. Thank God. Together, they form a planetary triad of why, right? Of what and how. Because Pluto will set the agenda. Neptune defines the systems are not only transforming, they are being recoded. These are systems on all level. The greatest system, your system, all systems. All systems. They are being recoded to align with the distributed intelligence agency in your embodied truth. To my quantum technician, multi-planet words, decentralization system. Everything is changing at once. How power works, how we think, and how we connect. Neptune in Aries does not ask for perfection, but it's asking you for your ownership. The ownership of your belief, the ownership of your shadow, the ownership of your direction, and the ownership of action. A lot of you are already doing this. This is going to be this is people recognizing, because the planet has to undergo this. This is generational. Everyone's going through this. Okay? This is not about saviors. There's no demons, no borrowed truth. Are you kidding me? Just humans learning how to act with integrity, embodying the idealism in the real world. And this will be the time we reclaim our spiritual sovereignty, period. The key questions to guide you. Where am I to reclaim agency? Where have I outsourced meaning? What illusion is dissolving at a planetary scale? I'm gonna say it again. This is mental, emotional, and cymatic. Okay? I can't say that one word. I don't give a damn. Okay? This is the split atoms on a planetary level. Y'all already did this. You're a whole ass no, but bear with me. This is happening. Daddy, we back, bitch ass. So this invitation is to live fully, act courageously, and integrate the oceanic dream of Piscean into the fiery embodiment of Aries. A lot of us came from the water. We're sentient primordial beings. It's different. So quantum technician, self-authored meaning replaces externalized authority in post-dissolution identity cycles. Be responsible for what you believe and how you live. Exit sealing this transmission, family. And now as we close this field, I want to remind you of something simple and true. Nothing you heard tonight was meant to be believed blindly. It was meant to be felt, tested, lived, and embodied. Neptune in Aries does not ask you to agree. It's asking for you to take to what you call truth. Responsibility for how you move, how you speak, how you build, and participate in this world. You do not need to rush. All that is required is that you stay awake in your own body, stay honest with yourself, and act in alignment with what you know is real, not what is loud. And as we move forward into this next era, remember, there are no saviors coming, there are no villains to destroy. There is only awareness, learning how to walk, choose, and build through this. Being willing to step forward. Now that clarity is returning, the transmission is complete, family. The field is sealed. Ashe, ashe, ashe. The work continues, not out there, but right where you are now. So walk steady. Choose clean. And remember, who you are as you move until next. Thank you for receiving this transmission, Soul Star Majesties. If your heart is moved to support this mission, come on, support the mission. Love offerings, ashe. Much gratitude.
Thank you for joining me on this magical adventure.
Oh, here I am again, no emperor that I am. Mighty Lyra, this time I'ma give my all. Listen, I'll be back to the source, Gaia. Flame with the fire, I heard the call. Rise up, altitude, make the body feel the spirit begin to move. Eternal flame, God is baby, it's true. Wish for many things, my heart wish for you. Shift the
Subscribe
world, more divine
and the Ricky Dicky Day.